Hey, how y'all doing? So, we're gonna have some real talk again today. So, how many of y'all parents out there could be stressed out just parenting? You know what I mean? I got two boys, so we have an imbalance of hormones on a consistent basis. My oldest is 15, so he's smelling himself. Yeah. And everybody be like, oh, you don't want a girl, you don't want a girl. Yes I do. We need to balance out all these hormones, because they be working my nerves. Y'all know how we be. You whatever your name is, you know, that's called stress. You know, trying to provide, trying to go to work, trying to get them what they want so they don't be getting. Back where I'm from, they call it capped on. Some people call it joning. Basically being made fun of. Sometimes just in play, sometimes, for real. To make sure they at least got some of the latest looking stuff so they ain't spending their school times getting bullied. But then you got mine who think he too cute. So, it's just, yeah. But I wouldn't exchange the gift, the blessing of being a mom for anything in the world. It's a gift to be able to bear children and see your little characteristics and your little things and quirks about yourself that you like and the ones you don't like in your little pieces, your little babies, your kids, the little pieces of you. Because my son is a lot like me. A lot like me. And especially when it comes to stuffing stuff in, or when you take him to the limit of festivity. If you wonder what festivity is, that's when you are pissed off beyond what you even knew you could be. Yeah, I see me in the worst form of me because he's a male. So that's all that testosterone in there too. But kids are funny. My kids are funny. They definitely keep me laughing. And they can keep me, the oldest one can sometimes keep me crying. And he doesn't really do anything crazy, but the stuff he does do, it's crazy because it's just stuff that you shouldn't even be doing. But I guess it is because he's a teenager. I don't know. As long as he ain't bringing guns, toting and doing drugs, and bringing me home no grandkids, he's a good kid. I just want him to be focused and able to keep his grades on a level and stop thinking he's so cute, worried about these girls. But our children are very funny. They are very funny. They keep us in stitches. They keep us on our toes. They keep us just alert. My little one, he is the funniest. He think he's my dad, and he'll tell people, I'm her dad. And I'm like, no, you're not my dad. He's like, yes, I am your dad. And kids always have a sense of humor because kids just know stuff. I know when I was little, I knew stuff. Nobody had to say anything. I just knew. And so I can remember one time when a gentleman guy that I was dealing with, he had came by my house and he just straight slammed, the littlest one slammed the door in his face. And I'm like, why would you do that? He was like, I don't like him. He mean. I said, don't say that. That's not nice. He was like, well, I don't like him. He's mean. So then after the person left and all of that, I was like, oh, yeah, man, you shouldn't do that. That wasn't nice. He was like, well, I don't like him. And then he was looking at a picture of us on his phone. And he was like, well, I love him. That's my heart. I love him, but I don't like him. He mean. But you know what? From that day on, seriously, I began to pay attention. Because as a little girl, it was something about the guy my mom was dating and ultimately ended up marrying, who was very abusive. I never liked him. And I told my mom in the beginning, I just don't. But after a while, they kept dating, and you don't want to feel like you're sabotaging your parents' happiness. So you just kind of, yeah, okay, yeah, I like them, but I lied. And I remember that night I went into my room at probably 8, and I bawled my eyes out because I knew that I was lying, and I knew that I didn't want them to be together. And ultimately, my spirit was correct. So when my baby did that, I began to pay attention, closer attention. I was never unconscious. But as I said in previous, excuse me, as I said in previous topics on Just Some Real Talk, sometimes we let our guards down and give a person a chance to redeem themselves. Even though sometimes we know some things, we ask questions, they still lie. You ask them again because you want to be honestly giving them a chance, and they still lie. So they just are liars. But pay attention. I say all this to pay attention to our children. They're funny, but they are observant, and they are real, and they are open, and they are honest. Why? Because they have not yet been so entirely contaminated by this world. So their spirits are still pure. They're still purely filtering in everything, every vibe, every form of energy. They're able to filter it in a way that we cannot, because we have been contaminated, especially our little ones. But spend time with priceless moments with your babies. I feel like this because I've seen some women who treat their sons like crap, but treat their man like gold. Treat your man like gold, but dog your kid. How you do that? Treat your sons like gold. Make they play. Serve your sons. So for one, they will appreciate the value of a woman. For two, they will know how they're supposed to be treated. And for three, they'll just know that they are important and that they are somebody and they are worth it too. Boys, we always blah, blah, blah. Girls are worth it. We are. We are diamonds. We are all of that. Yes. But our sons need to know that too. They struggle with self-esteem issues. I dealt with a guy who he had low self-esteem. His esteem was so very low. He said he had low self-esteem. I kind of didn't believe it because he always posted so much stuff and it was always this and always that. But when you got intimate to know the inward battles of somebody, it was, I never thought I was good looking. I really didn't think I was. And I'm like, really? So ultimately, in hindsight of everything that has been done, said, people are broken and people are hurting. And sometimes we can't detect that, but the babies can. So treat your sons, if you have sons, like kings. If you're a father, treat your daughters like queens. They learn from us. But by me having sons, I'm more on the son subject. Like, treat your sons like the kings that they are. Donna Lawrence wrote the most awesomest song, There Is a King in You. There is a king in you, men. And there are a king in our sons. And we have to uncover that while they're young, because these streets and the people in the streets and the hate in these streets will teach them that they are beneath that, especially as African American men and males. So take time with your sons, your teenage sons. Y'all go, me and my baby, we go on dates. I take him to the movies. We go out to dinner, just me and him. And I do the same thing with the little one. While the other one's somewhere with his friends, come on, Pootie, we gonna go get some ice cream. Just me and you. Just me and you, mommy. Just me and you. Those are the things you have to do. Those are the priceless moments. Parenting is not easy. Being a single parent definitely is not easy. Being a single woman raising boys is definitely not easy. In this day, and especially of this time, when they are so enticed by so many crazy things. So much. So have fun with your kids. Be silly. Tell jokes. My kids know I don't play. When you take me there, I'm there. And it's on. But they know the silly side. We allowed to laugh. We allowed to have fun. We crack jokes. You know, my oldest son, he's silly like me. Oh, is he ever silly like me? Ever silly like me? Just is. He's silly. We see stuff, we laugh, you know. It's relatable, you know, and I appreciate that. But if you don't ever take time with your children, you always working, you always that, you miss out on these things. He gonna be, in 3 years, this man gonna be a grown man. Anything that I missed, I'm not gonna be able to get back. Anything I want to tell him, he don't have to listen. So if you have a kid, a son, a daughter, and they're basically a good kid, try to nurture that. I'm hard on him. He know I am. He can't stay everywhere. He ain't allowed to stay at everybody's house. He can't do all of that. They can come here. They can stay here. But everybody parent ain't alert or sober. Sober-minded, sober, period. So I need to hear. I hear the dish shuffle. I hear that door opening in the night. I don't care if my door is closed and the TV on. What? Y'all moving? Where y'all going? You know, when we were kids, we were allowed to sit outside on the porch till 4 o'clock in the morning. My friends would tell you that from the 900 block of Hamilton, we sat out all night long with a boombox blowing, singing our brains out. We sung every song, from everything, like old school, anything you could think of. We was out there singing. I want to afford my kids the same opportunity so that they can sit out in the summer and sing and do what they need to do and just have fun in front of the house, like old school. Do little bonfires and cookouts. That's the kind of mom I am. But you can't be running these streets getting all into trouble and fights and parties and shot and killed. I don't want that. And the only way I'm not going to be able to see those results, because I don't want to see those results, is by trying to be active, making right choices, and doing right things. And then we will be okay. I love my kids. They really all we got. We all we got. And I used to be kind of sad in the beginning, but you know what? You grow after so many years to be like, I'm okay. But I want them to be okay as males. I'm okay. I'm a woman. But they always need that extra as a boy, as a male. And I entrust God to continue to bring people in their paths and in their lives to be consistently there. So, our kids drive us crazy. We be hollering and yelling, calling them everybody's name in the whole entire book versus, you know, John, J, Rock, Rick, whatever your name is. That's normal. That's parenting. That's love. That's all love. It's all love. It's truly all love. Truly all love. So basically, I just wanted to say to y'all, to be encouraged, y'all parents out there. Our kids work our nerves, but they stabilize us for the most part. They give us that extra push to keep it moving. They give us that extra oomph to keep on going. And they definitely know how to keep us on our knees praying for them, because we want the best for them. And for all the women who put your son second and your man first, you have time now to reevaluate what you're doing. Either balance him out or pick and choose your son over your man, especially if it's not his daddy. Make your son priority. If he a good kid, make him priority. That's all I want to say. Just some thoughts on my mind. Just some real talk, real topics. Just everyday stuff we go through, we think about, might not ever say. If you have some, shoot them to me. I'll talk about them. But I want y'all to always remember, let's pray for one another. Pray for our children. Pray for our schools. Pray for our bus systems. Pray for those who have ruled over our country and our cities and our states, so that our children don't have to grow up in any more chaotic situations, but they can be free to be kids. But remember, I'm praying for you. Always, boo. Always. Respectfully. You got it. Money.